everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today, as you can see from the title of the video, we're going to be talking about bloating and things I can do to implement that will reduce it or prevent it from happening. Obviously I'm not a nutritionist, a dietitian or any sort of PT or anything like. I'm not qualified, but tips that I've found that help me with it. They might help you, they might not. I kind of want to start by saying what bloating is in case you don't know, but I'm pretty sure most people watching this video will know. But just in case, when I feel bloated, it occurs in your abdomen. So my feelings when I'm bloated are more full and tight. It normally occurs due to a buildup of gas in your gastrointestinal system, which can be from a range of different things. The bloating in itself will cause your stomach to be more tender, painful, and it will look larger basically. So another thing that can cause it is something called fluid retention. There's a few different things just about bloating. So my first top tip to help reduce and prevent bloating is to drink your water. Now I got this off ASOS. I can put a link in it to the description. It's called the Phoenix Fitness. I think it's a litre bottle. It's really good actually. It's got a handle and everything. So I take this onto the gym with me and just drink at least two of these a day and help with bloating. If I'm feeling extra bloated, I'll usually just drink a big glass of water. If you're not that keen on water, because a lot of people don't like the taste of just plain water, you can always add fruit like a lemon, or if you're not keen on lemons, limes, strawberries. You can literally jazz it up how you want to if you're not keen on just plain water. My second top tip is to eat nutrient-dense foods. So I'm talking good fibre foods. So by eating more nutrient-dense foods and things like that, and good sort of foods for you that will fill you up and not bloat you. Like for example, whenever I eat McDonald's, I get extremely bloated because it's not nutritious for me at all. So by eating more nutrient-dense foods, it will help relieve things like constipation. It'll help your digestive system, hopefully prevent or reduce things like constipation from happening. Another tip that I sort of a sub-tip within a tip is through the use of apple cider vinegar. So this is apple cider vinegar. This is the one I normally use. Literally just add a tablespoon into a 250ml glass of water, and it will help move things along. It's very good for your digestion. Yes, I find this very helpful actually. I've never had constipation when I've been drinking this basically. But yeah, it's great. Cheers. The third tip is about intolerances. So for example, I know if I eat too much gluten, so I have a slight gluten intolerance, I believe. I haven't actually been to the doctors and been told this, but from experimenting with different foods and things like that, whenever I've eaten foods high in gluten, I've had a really bad stomach ache and really bad bloating after. If you are more prone, if you have no intolerances, like lactose intolerances, gluten intolerances, any sort of food intolerances, sometimes that can cause bloating and the buildup of gas. My tip is to either reduce your intake of those or be aware that if you eat those foods, you could get bloated. And so do things like drinking apple cider vinegar or drinking more water that day, or avoiding other things that I will talk about later in the video to prevent your bloating from being extreme, if that makes sense. Everyone's bloating is different, so people might bloat on certain foods, people won't. It's so annoying how it changes all the time. The fourth tip is more about I know it sounds really weird, but there is quite a lot of research behind it as well. Air swallow. How much air you swallow affects your bloating, which is really strange, but if you think about it, so drinking fizzy drinks like this that are carbonated, you'll be swallowing more sort of air. You'll be drinking it, but it will go into your system, which will contribute to more gas build-up. And also another thing that I didn't know about until I looked into this was chewing gum. So chewing gum increases the amount of air you swallow, which then can increase, obviously depending on how much gum. If you eat one piece of gum, you're not going to go bloated, are you? But it can really affect your bloating. Tip number 4 is to avoid things like alcohol, fizzy drinks, chewing gum, things that are going to make like the amount of air you're swallowing increase. So tip number 5 is a really easy one, and it's one that we can all incorporate into like our daily lifestyle, and it's exercise. This is a really weird example, but so if we have patients in the hospital, because obviously that's where I work, and they have got constipation, we encourage them to increase their mobility because that can help move things along, and the more mobilized you are, the more it will help move things. So if you're suffering from constipation, so going on a little fast walk or something can help with constipation and ultimately help with bloating. I always find also once I've done like a workout at the gym, I feel like I'm not really bloated, and I'm sure other people feel like that too. Yeah, so 5th tip is exercise. It's a really easy one. You don't have to do too much, you don't have to do too little. But yeah, those are my 5 top tips that I have learnt from that help me with reducing my bloating and things around bloating. I hope they were helpful, and if they work for you, let me know. I'm sorry if they don't, but comment down below if you found a really useful way to like prevent bloating, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!